Hello and welcome. You're watching BTTV. I'm Tanya Neja and this is Market Today, a show where we'll get you all the latest market updates, stocks and sectors that are buzzing in and much more. And well, let's take a look at the markets at this point in time. And the good news is that the bulls are back in action today. And it's 370 points higher on Sensex. 66,260 is the level where we are at. And Nifty also above that 19,700 mark now. So clearly, bulls taking it away on the Lal Street, 116 points higher there on Nifty. And let's see how the broader markets are doing at this point in time. Remember, the broader markets have been doing really well from the past few months. And today also 40,596. That is the level on mid-cap index. Clearly above that 40,000 level odd mark, 317 points higher on mid-cap and small cap also in the green. 12,739 is the level. It's the stock specific action that is taking place on the Lal Street. Let's pull up some of the gainers for you and see where all the action is happening on the Lal Street. So Coal India, clearly the top gainer for you after the robust August output numbers that came, and 7% higher there on Coal India. 273 is the level as we speak. And L&T on the back of order win. This stock is also in the gainers list, 4% higher there as well. SBI Life, so some of the life insurers, they are also doing well in today's trading session. So this is on the back of good August insurance numbers. So some of these counters also in the gainers list today. And apart from that, IndusInd Bank, Tech Mahindra, these are among some of the other gainers from today's trading session. Also Tech Mahindra on your screen, 1.6% uptick there as well. On the flip side, let's see which are the stocks that are not supporting markets at this point in time. Clearly some of the FMCG defensive pack is not really supporting today. Tata Consumer, Britannia, these are some of the FMCG counters that are not really supporting the markets as we speak, and some of the pharma counters as well. Profit booking taking place in Sun Pharma on your screen, 0.8% downtick there on Sun Pharma as well. M&M and Infi, some of the other losers for you from today's trading session. But let's do one thing. Let's welcome our guest on the show today and find out where the markets are headed going forward. So today we have with us Mr. Gaurav Dua. He's the head of capital market strategy at Sharekhan. Mr. Dua, thank you so much, first of all, for taking the time out and joining us here on Business Today television. So clearly, bulls in action today on the Lal Street, and it's almost 380 points, 390 now points higher on Sensex. But we have been seeing that the markets are volatile, and it's a tug of war. Clearly, bulls taking it away when it comes to today's trading session. But what's really next for Indian markets? How are you approaching markets at this point in time, and what should be the strategy?
So yeah, hi. We have been on your show earlier also, and I have been extremely positive on the markets.
Okay.
If you look at the valuation wise, also on an absolute basis, we are around 19.5 times 1 year forward earnings on Nifty. If we look at India compared to emerging markets, we are somewhere close to average premium of around 40-45%. We compare our markets also to the US markets. Again, we are not expensive. So markets at this point are not cheap, but they're also not expensive. And with the economy growing, corporate earning growing at a healthy rate, I don't see why we should be scared of 400, 500 points kind of a blip down. That is an opportunity always to buy according to us.
Okay, absolutely, Mr. Dua. And since we are talking about the opportunities only, so where do you see, opportunities in this kind of a market? I mean, any sectors, any stocks that you are bullish on, especially at these levels?
So, we always talk to investors. We always, tell them to play the multi-year upcycle in India. And if you want to play that upcycle, you have to be focused on stocks in the industrial sector,
Right.
including railways, including defense. You have to be exposed to banks, financial services, and of course, we see an upcycle in the property market. So you have to be exposed to building material stocks. And then lastly, most of the multi-baggers in India have actually come from the consumer space. So you can't ignore that space as well. So your 75-80% of the exposure has to be in these four spaces, but you should keep a view of at least 2.5 years, 3 years.
Okay, absolutely. And Mr. Dua, you just mentioned defense. So after railway and defense sector, one sectoral theme that has delivered solid gains to investors recently is paper. And today also, if we see, if you could, pull up some of the paper counters for you, West Coast paper, and then Ruchira paper, Star paper mills. These are the stocks, that are buzzing in today's trading session as well. What are your thoughts when it comes to the paper pack and any stocks that you like from this particular space?
So, some of these cyclicals, especially rice, sugar, paper, they've been doing well. That is because the paper or sugar or the rice prices across the world have actually jumped up, firmed up, and that is why you see all these stocks doing well. However, as a small investor, you need to understand these are sometimes very, very short term kind of surge up cycles. So you have to be extremely fast when you invest in stocks of these kind of spaces sector. And if you don't understand these sectors cycle, you should avoid them and try and play those spaces where we see upside for 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, right? So what we believe is that these spaces are more for a short term kind of a call, tactical call, 1 month, 3 month, 4 months, but these are not spaces where you are going to buy and hold the stocks.
Okay, absolutely. And what about the broader markets, Mr. Dua? Because we have been talking about that space, and broader markets, they have been buzzing of late, and we have seen a stellar rally when it comes to mid cap stocks and small cap stocks, obviously selective stocks. But any stocks that you like from the broader space, and especially at these levels?
I think hotel stocks still have a lot of steam, a lot of events ahead. You have seen hotel rates, room rates
Okay.
actually doing very well. So if you want to buy mid cap, small cap hotel stocks, I think you will still make very good money. We have Chalet Hotel, Lemon Tree, which we track, and we are extremely bullish on that. Then we also like some of these small cap, mid cap stocks from the engineering space and also from auto ancillary space. Uh, Gabriel India, GNA Excel, something like this Kirloskar Oil, Kirloskar Brothers. So these are the kind of stocks where we believe that you can get extremely good upside not only in short term but also you can this thing, ride the rally for next few years.
Okay, let's pull up, some of the PSU banking counters as well. This space is buzzing today, and we were talking about UCO Bank yesterday only. The bank is up, the stock is up almost 2% today. Maharashtra Bank, Central Bank, IOB. These are some of the top gainers from the PSU banking space. Mr. Dua, what are your thoughts if we talk about PSU banks? I mean, what's really next for this particular space? Any stocks that you like, especially at these levels?
So, these stocks about 1.5 year back were available at price to book of point 0.5, zero point 0.4, or even lower. So, in past 1.5 year, the valuation which was say, highly undervalued, now they are all at around a price to book of around 0.9, 1 or 1.2. So, large part of the valuation expansion is already over. So we believe that now in this space, you need to be extremely careful. So the stocks that we like in terms of large cap State Bank of India, and this thing BOB. And if you want to go into smaller stocks, you can get into say Union Bank, Bank of India, or it's Punjab National Bank.
Okay, absolutely. And let's pull up some of the metal counters also for you. Mr. Dua, metal stocks have been, rising off late. And in September so far, if we see the metal index, that has gained approximately 5%. And, with the exception of August only, the index has witnessed significant gains since March 2023. So this is obviously driven by hopes of a revival in demand, both from China as well as a domestic market. But what are your thoughts when it comes to the metal space and any stocks that you would like to recommend?
So again here you've seen the multiple times that you have around 5 to 8% kind of a jump in these kind of stocks, and then again they start to lose steam. So what we have been doing is trying to play this through the pipes theme. So we have got this Ratnamani Metals, Wellspun Corp, stocks like that we believe will do well. Apart from this, rather than going into metal stocks, we've been buying some of these mining stocks. So basically NMDC, GMDC kind of stocks. That's where we saw this a lot of value among the this metal stocks or steel stocks. We feel that one can accumulate this Steel Authority of India. I think that's one stock in the space where we see this value, which have underperformed lately, but should do well going ahead.
Okay, absolutely, got that. And Mr. Dua, also there are some stocks that are trading at almost 50% discount to their historical valuation multiples. Stocks like ONGC, let's pull up that stock, BPCL, Tata Steel, Coal India. Coal India is actually the top gainer in today's trading session as well, and we have seen a stellar rally after the company posted stellar August output numbers as well. So, what are your thoughts when it comes to these stocks, ONGC, BPCL, Tata Steel, and Coal India?
So we are trying to avoid this space. What we have seen is any space sector where you have interference from the government, these stocks will underperform. So what we have seen when the oil prices go up, government will go ahead and this increase the tax, windfall tax, and that this thing takes away all the upside that Oil India or this thing ONGC can get. And this recently we have also seen that the prices of LPG was cut, though the this government is saying that the burden of that will not be on OMC, but market is not clear on this. So where you'll see interference from the government, that space sectors we feel will not do well.
Okay. Lastly, Mr. Dua, before we let you go, just your thoughts before the biggest event of the year. We are all set for the G20 summit. So, any advice that you would like to give to our viewers, or any sector or theme that you would like to mention before this event?
So this all these events basically showcase the strength of the economy, showcase strength of India, how India is this emerging as a very powerful force on this world stage. Look at all this and please understand the kind of upside that will be there in the economy over next 5, 8 years, 10 years, and what kind of opportunity that is going to bring in for the equity investors. And one needs to play that, focus on that. There is going to be once in a lifetime opportunity for the small investors to create wealth in the equity markets. Please don't miss it. As I said, either invest in funds, mutual funds, or play the multi-year upcycle in India through banks, financials, basically engineering companies, auto companies, building this material companies. These are the spaces I think will do very, very well over next 4 to 5 years.
Okay, absolutely. Golden words coming in. And on that wonderful note, thank you so much, Mr. Dua, for taking the time out and being with us here on Business Today Television. So with that, it's time for me and my team to wrap up this edition for you. But clearly, bulls back in action today. 400. Okay, now 400 points higher there on Sensex. 66,291 is the level, and Nifty also. We are still, maintaining that 19,700 mark on Nifty. 124 points higher there on Nifty index as well. So with that, it's a wrap up, but you don't have to go anywhere. You just have to stay tuned to Business Today Television for all the latest updates, and also you have to get ready for our special series Market Masters, where market gurus reveal their investment strategies for a winning portfolio. So join us this Monday, that is 11th of September, with Atul Suri. He's the CEO at Marathon Trends PMS, to get his markets insights and in-depth market analysis. You can also send in your queries to us on the number 730-3080-488. Questions will be taken live.
The company on our focus today is